Question number 6. Which RPA tools you have used and what are the pros and cons of each? Sometimes in the RPA interviews, you would get this question. The interviewer wanted you to evaluate the multiple RPA tools. So this question basically comes out of your resume. In case in your resume, if you have mentioned that you know multiple RPA tools, the interviewer wanted to cross-check you by asking this question. To answer this question, you simply need to compare two or more tools. The first thing you need to explain is some of the high-level features of each tool and also to highlight the key differences. Also, please don't go too detailed because imagine if you know only the basics of Blue Prism and you give some extra information about that tool. But if your interviewer knows more than you, then you might get more questions on that which we don't want. So you should always stop only at the eye level and be simple. For example, you can say Automation Anywhere is more script based, while UiPath and Blue Prisms have visual process designers. So the designers in UiPath and Blue Prism by default they have flowcharts. Another example could be is Automation Anywhere and UiPath have screen recorders, but the Blue Prisms not. Another point that I would like to share, please don't talk about bad about any particular tool because each tool might have its own features which you might not even explore yet. Also, I suggest you to not to say that you find any particular RPA tool is not user friendly because sometimes the interviewer might trick you asking what if we shift to that tool in future. So please be careful about that. Here are some of the example topics that you can compare. For example, you can talk about the user interface. You can say how the user interface is different in each RPA tool that you know, and also the recording options, which we saw some time before. And also, you can talk about cognitive features as well. It is also fairly safer to say that cognitive feature of this RPA tool is better than that because cognitive RPA is something that each RPA vendor is currently working on. So that should be acceptable.